Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another video. And today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about Szczęsny because he recently gave an interview with Barça One in which he talked about a variety of Barcelona topics. He talked about his debut, talked about what it was like playing El Clásico, and as well as some other Barcelona topics. And then as well, I want to be talking about Gavi, giving you an update in regards to his situation, how he's feeling, because he was set to start in Barcelona's 4-0 victory over Real Sociedad. And apologies, guys, I wasn't able to give a watch along or a match reaction. I was a little bit busy with some other things, but things will return back to normal. Well, we're going to be giving you an update in regards to that because he did not start, giving you an update in regards to him, and as well talking about that match in a brief detail. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything is posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get started with the video. All right, guys, let's get started with the video and let's talk about Szczęsny, a goalkeeper who has been growing in affection with the Barcelona fan base. He's a goalkeeper who has been, at the top level for many years. And he had an interview with Barça One about how his Barcelona debut and how he's feeling in these last couple of months. And he starts off by saying, when you're younger, there's always that uncertainty about the result and how the game will go because you want to perform well and not mess up. But now there's no stress. The only time I truly felt pressure was my first international game at Euro 2012, where I got sent off. That's when I realized stress isn't my ally. Now it's just adrenaline that keeps me sharp and focused. And that's an interesting perspective from Szczęsny because he's a goalkeeper who I would say is very calm and composed. And, he has made some mistakes in, so far in his Barcelona tenure, which we, basically criticized. And he has, taken responsibility for those mistakes. But he's a goalkeeper who always conveys confidence and calmness in that back line, and that is so key for the goalkeeper position, in which a lot of responsibility do fall on your feet. Right there, he's showing his leadership. Szczęsny, he talks about playing his first match for Barcelona, and he says it was a strange debut because of the atmosphere, the pitch, and the stadium. Playing for Barca, you don't imagine your first game being at Barbastros on a rough pitch, but I was focused. I always meditate before matches. I always meditate before matches, whether it's against Barbastros or Real Madrid. It doesn't change. The real emotions hit after the game, realizing I had finally worn this shirt for the first time. And obviously, when you are imagining playing for Barcelona, I'm pretty sure, as Szczęsny said right here, you don't imagine playing for Barcelona in the Copa del Rey against a third, fourth division team. But I do like how he talks about how his habit of meditation, it doesn't change regardless of the opponent who he's playing against, and that builds habits, that builds confidence, and right there, he spoke about the emotional impact it did have on him when he debuted with Barcelona. He talks about that meditation, how it helps him. He says, I have no problem meditating in the locker room in front of everyone. It helps me disconnect from all the noise and focus. Ter Stegen once told me that his son walked into the dressing room before a game, saw me meditating and asked, Dad, why is Szczęsny sleeping? It was a funny moment. I also do it on the team bus sometimes, and people probably wonder what I'm doing. Some have asked and I've explained it, but I haven't seen anyone join me yet. And that's so very, very interesting from Szczęsny, because every single player, they have their pregame rituals, their pregame habits in order to get them firing on all cylinders. And Szczęsny, he does some meditation, and I'm guessing that's to basically just tune out all the noise, as he does say, and allow him to focus in what is going to be the match. And those are, the habits and the techniques and those secret tricks from an experienced head, an experienced veteran in the Barcelona squad who has been at the top level for so many years. Szczęsny, he moves on. He talks about Ter Stegen and his support. He says he's been incredibly supportive. Even before I arrived, he sent me a message saying I could reach out if I needed anything. His recovery is going really well, and honestly, I hope he's back soon so I can take it easy for a bit. And he laughs towards right there at the end. And in regards to that, guys, if Szczęsny if Ter Stegen were to return, how would Szczęsny handle that? Because I'm pretty sure Szczęsny, he would be like, fine. Like, as he said, like, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna be relaxing. But what does Hansi Flick do? Would he bring Ter Stegen back into the starting lineup? Me personally, I wouldn't. I've liked Szczęsny in these past couple of weeks and slash months, and he's been performing really well. And every single game that goes by, he is showing better and better performances and confidence as well. And we've already seen what Ter Stegen can give us in Europe. Why not switch things up and go for an experienced goalkeeper like Szczęsny, who brings calm and who is an amazing shot stopper? But this is a debate that we're going to be having in a couple of weeks when Ter Stegen he is gearing back up to his return. Szczęsny now talks about playing his first El Clásico. He says, "I know it might sound surprising, but I wasn't nervous. You'd expect nerves for a Clásico, especially in a cup final on such a big stage, but I've learned that stress doesn't help me. So I was more focused than anything else." And right there, that's the experience, as I've talked about. The meditation that he does before the matches, it all helped him to be sharp for the game against Real Madrid. And unfortunately, he did make a mistake. He was sent off. What would have been an absolutely fantastic, game for Barcelona, which would have gone, 6, 7, 8-0 potentially against a poor Real Madrid on the night. But, that's the experience of Szczęsny talking about. And he talks about those mistakes. And he says, what helps me most is staying in the moment and seeing things for what they are. I don't dwell too much on mistakes, no matter how bad they seem. I don't get overly excited about big moments either. I prefer to stay level-headed and just enjoy the game once it's over. And right there, he's just showing his character, showing his I would say his mentality in regards to that. And I'm with him on this. You don't want to be dwelling too much on the mistakes. You don't want to let it, bog you down and make it seem that you're anxious or your nerves are being shown. But it's best to just put it behind you and just focus on the moment that you're having and just try your best to just put it behind you. And that's what he's talking about right there. But guys, what do you guys make of those quotes? Because Szczęsny, he talked about his debut. He talked about his first El Clásico, of moments that were very difficult for him, but he was able to turn it around, and now he's the starting goalkeeper for Barcelona and Hansi Flick, and it's going to be very, very exciting to see what he can do for us in these next upcoming weeks. But now moving on, guys, I'm going to be giving you guys an update in regards to Gavi, because since he didn't start against Real Sociedad due to a fever, he really wasn't that much involved, and there was a report by Sport dictating that Gavi is now a doubt for the first leg of the Benfica match, which is going to be played on Wednesday. He didn't train with the team due to that fever, and now the question is, how will Gavi recover in these next upcoming hours/days? He will be traveling with the team, on Tuesday afternoon, and whether he plays is all going to be dependent on how he feels. And my thoughts on that is, if Gavi is not feeling at 100%, let's not start him. He has a fever. Thankfully, it's not an injury or anything like too serious. It's just something completely minor. But due to Barcelona playing in the Champions League, we have to be at 100%. And thus, I would much rather see Dani Olmo start rather than Gavi, even though he is not at 100%. But let's see what Hansi Flick does. Maybe he opts for a Fermin Lopez or something like that. But guys, now I want to be moving on. I want to be talking briefly about Barcelona's match against Real Sociedad. It ended in a monumental 4-0 victory for Barcelona. We took revenge for that defeat in the Anoeta. That was, I would say, a relatively poor Barcelona performance. We played really poor in the reverse fixture, but Barcelona, they did get the 3 points, and with that, Robert Lewandowski, he continues his lead at the top of the Pichichi race with 21 goals, having 4 goals over Kylian Mbappe, and in the UCL, he stands 1 goal behind Guidassi with 10 goals. He has 9 goals, and with 34 goals this season, he has reached a personal high with Barcelona. You can tell right here, in his first season with Barcelona, he scored 33 goals. In the second season, it was a down season. He scored 26, and this season, he's absolutely broken his personal record at Barcelona, scoring 34, and the season is not even over. And that's just showing how lethal Robert Lewandowski has been this season. And I know he's been having some very tough games where his finishing has been questionable, some games where he just hasn't been performing well. But Robert Lewandowski, he remains the best striker in Europe. And, he's just showing his level, in every single match and how lethal of a player he is. And that's something that I do want to congratulate to Robert Lewandowski, because it's not easy whatsoever. But with that 4-0 victory, guys, Barcelona, they remain league leaders. We are in first place with 57 points. Real Madrid, they lost to Real Betis 2-1, and that puts them in third place. Atletico Madrid, they did win their game, and they are now in second place. And so Barcelona with 57 points, Atletico Madrid with 56, Real Madrid with 54. That's absolutely fantastic. And talking about the team, guys, Barcelona in 2025, we've been absolutely outstanding. In the 15 games that we've played so far this year, we've registered 12 wins. And obviously we've had 3 draws, not the best, but we are league leaders. And we've been averaging an impressive 3.46 goals per game. That's absolutely fantastic. And what's very impressive is that we've basically been very good defensively as well, having conceded just 3 goals in 7 league games this year at a rate of 0.42 goals per game. That's absolutely fantastic. We're conceding 1 less goal. Basically, we're basically conceding 1 goal every 2 matches, roughly around there. And we're scoring almost 4 goals a game. That's absolutely fantastic from Barcelona. We're on the whole other level. And I do want to congratulate the team, guys, and for the very good performances that they are showing. And, I want to give praise to that. But guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below on everything that I have discussed on today's video. What did you guys make of Szczęsny's interview with Barça One? Gavi has a little bit of fever, will be recovering, will be included in the squad list for the game against Benfica, but will he start? I don't know. And lastly, what do you guys make of Robert Lewandowski beating his personal high at the club, and as well Barcelona being absolutely fantastic in 2025? Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. I'll see you guys all for the next video. Peace out, guys.